I got an email from an old friend. Her name was Tanya. She said, "Dude, I'm starting this big thing and I need some good guys. Why don't you come check it out?" So I walked by her office and I got hired to work 3 days a week at an internet startup called fashion500.com. I thought, now I've really got it made. It paid twice my previous salary.
Hey, man!
So this is it?
Yeah.
Tanya was one of my best friends for a while. She has this kind of mystical quality about her. In 1995, I was walking up Avenue A on a summer afternoon, and she wheeled up to me on her rollerblades and said, "Have you heard about this whole internet thing?" Now she's my boss. She's really high up here. I don't even know what Fashion 500 does, except that it involves clothes and the World Wide Web. All I know is they're paying me $30 an hour, and we get catered $11 sandwiches delivered for lunch every day. All of a sudden, there are 25 people on staff. That's $275 a day in sandwiches. We're divided into 3 groups: production, creative, and uptown. Production handles the photography, uptown's what we call management, and creative services is my team. People come and go really fast here, and everyone else seems to know each other from previous internet jobs. Everyone's walking around like they have a big agenda, but no one seems to be doing anything.
Do you ever feel like you're wasting the best years of your life? Well, guess we better go back and hit it.
I've been here a few months already, but I still haven't met Mr. Winnick yet. He's just this presence all the time. Someone who raises the money, who we're supposed to impress, who has the plan. Dear Fashion500.com staff, at this time we are at a critical juncture in our business. The preview page is up, and we are on the verge of our full site launch. I look forward to the company skydiving trip in a few weeks to celebrate. One day, the most perspiring young man comes into creative. This was a day when almost the entire department had foregone the company sandwiches and gone out for sushi, but I was still frugal enough to stay in and order my usual: roast chicken, portobello, arugula, Dijon, red pepper, goat cheese on focaccia, and I was the only person left. I was the only person left in our little area. So this guy comes in, he sees no one he knows available, and he panics. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Winnick needs the newest investor presentation on his laptop. He's got some big venture capitalist uptown. He needs it right away." Then he plops this fancy laptop down on the desk. I look at it and I'm like, "Oh, this is a PC. We're all on Mac down here. We all think different." But the guy is desperate. So to humor him, I open up the laptop, nothing happens. About this time, the phone rings, and it's Rick. The perspiring guy almost faints when I hand him the phone. Little rivers of sweat are just pouring down his shirt. And I can hear Rick on the other end just plowing into the guy. And then he hangs up on the poor guy. The next day, he calls me into his office alone. "So why do you work here?" "Because I think you have a lot to offer in terms of making this thing happen. I need somebody like you. Young guy, you live in a hip neighborhood. You go out, right? I know you go out. Look, I want to offer you a full options package. I don't know about you, but I want to be a rich man, right?" It's embarrassing, but I'm getting obsessed by what makes him tick. I've never met anyone like him. There's also the money. He's thinking 5,000 shares of stock. So if we open at $15 a share, that's $75,000 instantly. $50 a share, and that's $250,000. I'm thinking, I want IPO, PDA, dental. I want a new pair of shoes for each day of the week. I want a new kitchen with a fancy restaurant-style stove. I want to eat an entire country. I want a girl in lingerie in a private dance in a tool shed. I want to have an effect on the collective memory. I want Gore-Tex, seersucker, titanium. I want people to know who I am. Finally, we launch Fashion 500. We pop a couple bottles of Veuve Clicquot and toast, but we all know there's work to do. Mr. Winnick calls an impromptu strategy meeting in his office, and we all pile in. He's taking questions from the staff.
Rick, how is the company doing financially?
I fully expect that everyone sitting in this room here today will become millionaires. And Aaron is going to take us there. Aaron's my new executive vice president of operations. He's got a lot of ideas that I think are going to help take the business that extra step. Listen, you know, Rick's piling a lot of new stuff on my plate right now.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, it's awesome. But he's thinking he wants to be in closer contact with me, so we were wondering if you didn't mind switching desks back again.
Where's lunch?
Did you check your email?
What?
Yeah, we're not doing the sandwiches anymore.
What?
Yeah, you know, we just felt like it was better to put all the investors' money right into the business.
That's like something Rick would say.
See, we have this job to do.
I know.
And more, it's about doing it as efficiently as possible as a team. You know, because things were so down to the wire with launch and everything.
Right, I know that.
So Rick wanted me to come talk to you and tell you that it's great. Everything you've been doing for Fashion 500 is awesome.
I know.
But you don't have to come into work next week. I'm staying late every night trying to come up with just the right selling angle. Exclusive, alluring, special, promotion, please. He still owes me for the last 3 months. Rick, I need some of that money you owe me. Huh? Yeah, I'm running out of savings and rent is due. Rick, you just don't do that to people. You don't? No, you don't screw people like that who sacrifice for you, okay? You know what? You're selfish!
Today we're going to talk about networking, about interviewing, and about resumes.
It's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, and it's one of those moments when you go, isn't New York City great? We're women and men of every size, shape, ethnic, and job background, all of us unified by a single thought. Get this over with as quickly as possible.
Is anyone feeling any anger about their recent job loss?
We all send each other the same psychic message, don't say anything. Unfortunately, a Mr. Wisniewski in the front row doesn't get the message in time. You know, I have to say that, yes, I am angry because they have let me go from my job which I had for 12 years at paper mill. And I think it is because I am sick in my lungs and they didn't want to pay medical bill. And now what I am supposed to do? So, yes, I am angry today. So the rest of us try a new strategy to pick up the pace. When Ms. Morton asks a question, we answer as quickly as possible.
There are 3 stages to a job interview. Anyone? Before the interview, during the interview, and after the interview. What are some good things to do before the interview?
Dress nice, wear makeup, find out about the company.
Good.
I file a complaint with the Bureau of Labor Standards for the back pay that I owe. About a week later, I get a message on my answering machine.
Hello, this is Rick Winnick of Fashion500.com. Could you please call me at the office as soon as possible? The number is 1-866-5-FASHION. Thank you.
Guy, we're desperate over here. I need you to just be patient and hold off on that claim, and I'm sure we can get everyone paid in a couple of weeks. The thing is, I'm working on a couple very big deals with very high potential. A lot of the guys, 90% of the other guys you read about going through this, they can't handle the pain I'm in. I really wanted this to work because I thought it would be so great if people like Tanya and me could make a lot of money, and I figured that if a guy like him could become an internet billionaire, then pretty much anything in the world is possible. So I tried to rescue him, so that I could believe his was a possible success. Rick's still there right now, holed up in Brooklyn, because he thinks his online fashion boutique will make him immortal. And because he's sure the changing economic climate is creating some exciting possibilities on the internet. And by the way, it's totally classified, all of this, totally confidential, because people are going to figure this out eventually, and eventually they're going to want it.